Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the differences between the E-2 non-immigrant visa and the EB-5 visa or green card. All right, so the E-2 visa is a temporary visa status. You have to be from a country that has an E-2 treaty with the United States. So that's not everybody, okay? China does not have one. India does not have one. Vietnam does not have one. There are a number of countries that don't, okay? So they're not eligible for an E-2. But if you are from a country that has an E-2 visa, which there are many, then you are able to open a business in the United States. And as long as that business is running, you can stay in the United States. All right. If you close the business, then it is a non-immigrant visa. So you would lose the visa moving forward. With the E-2, you don't have a set amount that you need to be investing in that business. We have to determine if the amount that you're investing is enough to basically support this business. So it really depends on what type of business. A restaurant, a dry cleaners, can be a number of things, but that's something to consider as it's not a set amount. Generally, you're probably looking at something in the range of 150,000 and up. You don't need to put all of that money into the business, but you do need to show that you have that money to support yourself while you're ramping the business up. The E-2 is valid for a number of years, and then you can renew it past that and continue to renew it as long as the business exists. The EB-5 is a green card case, all right? So that is a set amount, and it depends on if you're using a regional center, if where you're going to be putting the business, the amount is going to change, but it is a set amount. Now, with the EB-5, you can be from any country, all right? So EB-5s are very popular for Chinese citizens, Vietnamese citizens. A number of other countries look to the EB-5 because they don't have that E-2 option. The EB-5 takes much longer to process, okay? So it's going to take several years to get the green card through that, whereas the E-2 is much quicker. The E-2, you need to have hands-on management of this. You need to be running that business. The EB-5, you can use a regional center. You can invest the money in a project and someone else essentially is managing it for you, and you're one of the investors. There are plenty of other differences, but that kind of gives a broad outline of the things to consider if you're looking at these two options. So reach out to us with any questions, leave questions in the comments. I'll try and answer them as best I can. And if you need to speak to me, over the phone or in person, call us, schedule a time, and I'm happy to go over all this stuff. Hopefully that helps. Stay informed. Take care.